Assalamu alaikum students, this is Farwa Batul, your O-level computer science instructor, and welcome to another video. So here in this video, we are going to start the second most important concept of programming, that is the selection technique. Yes, what a selection is all about, we will discuss in this video. And in the previous video, we have already covered the concept of sequence. If you want to see that, go ahead and watch the previous video. Now, this is the second most important concept in programming, and that is known as selection. Now let me quickly tell you that what is a selection. A selection is a very useful technique allowing different routes through the steps of a program. It means that we know that when we are writing a simple program, it is executed one by one in a sequential way. It is being executed one by one. But what if you want different choices in your program? Or there are different kind of work to be done in the program depends upon your data. So in this way you have different routes to your program. Sometimes you want to choose this path, depends upon your choice. Sometimes you want to use this one, or sometimes you want to go straight. So this different routes of a program, and to going through different routes, not going one by one but going through different parts of your program, is done by using the selection technique. Okay, now let me quickly tell you a few examples to understand that. Let's suppose I have an online website. I know that in an online website there are a lot of things to be viewed. Let's suppose it's a furniture website. So here you have different categories. When you go to the home page, you can see the different promotions, you can see the different kind of items all together, and you are showing banners and everything all around. So what you have to do, you are a user and you came on a website to buy something. So what you will do, you will select your particular category. You are not interested in all of its products. You will select your particular category. Here when the selection comes, you will select a category. Let's suppose I want the baby items. So you will select it, and then only those items will be shown to you. So it is sometimes the selection is very useful because we are working on the user's choice. Depends upon the user choice, we are showing the specific products to them. Or let's suppose there is a gift, there is a website for gifts. Now what I want to do, I want to specify that please show me all of the gifts that has a price less than 25. So it means that the website or the program is going to filter me all of those results for the gifts that whose prices are less than $25. So this is when the selection comes in. It means that it is not going to show you all of the products because you are not interested in that. You are interested in the gifts that are less than 25, or you are interested in the baby items. So this is one of the example. Now let's quickly tell you a very simple example. Let's suppose I have a list of students. Okay, there are girls and there are boys all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is also marks for the students. So what I want to know, I want to know that who has acquired the highest marks. I want to see the highest marks of the class, and I want to see the lowest marks of the class in the whole list of marks. So it means that I am not interested in all of the marks attained by different students. I'm just interested in who has in the highest marks. Let's suppose 100 is my highest marks, and in the lowest marks, let's suppose someone got 38. That were my lowest marks in the class. So what I will do, I will use the technique of selection in order to select a particular data in the list of data available to me. So how we can do this? We can do this by using two different techniques in programming. The first one is you can use if then else statement. If then else statement is being used to do the selection work, and number 2 is your case statements, where you are going to have different cases to work with. Case statements. So both of these techniques allows us to make different choices to the program, and it also provides you to go to different routes to the program. Do not follow the whole program line by line. You can go to your different paths to a program depends upon your choice. Now let me quickly tell you a simple program over here that is in your book. Look at this. Here we will be discussing if then else statement, how it works for us in order to specify something. Now look here in this line of code. Here you have if keyword. First let's see the pseudocode. You are using the if keyword, and then after if you have specified a condition. So this condition basically helps you what to do and what not to do. So depends upon a condition you are working or your program is being executed. If the condition is true, you will do the line of code that is in then statement, that is inside then keyword. You will follow all of this line of code that is inside then. And if this condition is false, then you will be using the line of code that will be specified inside else statement that I will show you later. But here in this example, you are only working if your condition is true. So what to do when the condition becomes true? Look at this. The pseudocode tells us that if age is greater than 17, it means and there is a variable that has a name age, and in the variable the user is going to enter his age. Let's suppose he enters 18. So when the condition will be checked, put the value of 18 in age greater than 17. So it means the condition becomes true. And when the condition is true, you are going to follow the line of code that is specified inside your then keyword. Then output, you are an adult. Once the condition is true, the user is going to see the display message that you are an adult. This is what you will show to the user. Now this can be done in different programming languages. The first one here is Python. Python does not use then or and if, just a colon and indentation. It means that you are not specifying then keyword. What you will do in Python, you will use if keyword, then your condition will be specified, and here is a colon that specifies what to do when the condition is true. So if age is greater than 17, you will print, this is your output statement, you are an adult. This will be displayed to the user once the condition is true. Now the next one is Visual Basic. Uses then keyword and if keyword. So there are two keywords specified in Visual Basic. If is your keyword, then you have a condition age is greater than 17. Then what have to do when the condition is true? Console.writeLine, you are an adult. This is your output message to be displayed to the user, and you are using and if to tell the programmer that the program that if then else is ended here. So this is to specify the end or the termination of if then else statement. Now next is Java uses curly brackets. So look over here. These are the curly brackets. Instead of using then keyword, it uses the curly brackets to specify what to do when the condition is true. And it is also not using and if, because this curly bracket is specifying that this is the termination of your and if then else statement. Okay, so I hope that these are the different syntax that you can use in order to declare if then else statements in your program in order to work with the selection statements. Now let me quickly tell you that there is another part of if then else, and what is that? To specify what to do when the condition is false. Look over here. If you can see this line of code, this is when you are specifying if condition, you're specifying what to do when the condition is true, and here is also another part, that is the part of else. Else means that what we need to do when the condition is false. Sometimes we are using else and sometimes there is no need of using else. It depends on the program, actually, what we are required to do. So if you need to tell the user uh, a message that the condition is false, when the condition is false, you will tell the user in this case that you are a child. And it is very obvious that when the age, if the user puts an age that is 18, so 18 is greater than 17, it means the user is an adult. And if he will put the age that is less than 17, let's suppose 14, so the display message will be that he is a child. So now when the condition is false, he will never see that you are an adult. So there are different routes to a program. Either when the condition is true, you will see this one, and either when the condition is false, you will see this one. In if then else, only one, either then statements are going to work or either else statements are going to work, but you will never see both of the line of codes, because either the condition will be true or the condition will be false. So this gives you the choice of doing two different things in your program. Now let's see the Python. Python is very easy. You are specifying if, then there is a condition, then what to do when condition is true. After that else, this colons must be over there. Colons specify that what to do next. So if else, if the condition is false, you will tell the user that you are a child. This same is done in Visual Basic. Here you are using then keyword, then what to do when the condition is true and what to do when the condition is false. And you are also specifying and if for the termination of if then else statement. And in Java, you are using the curly brackets, and this is when the condition is true. You will show you are an adult and you are specifying else. After that, else is the keyword to be written, and these are the curly brackets for else statements. So you are not using then keyword. Instead of then, you are using the curly brackets to specify what to do when the condition is true next after the condition. And after that, you will use else keyword and specify all of the line of code inside the curly brackets to tell the user what to do when the condition is false. I hope that everything is clear to you. Now in the next video, I will be doing activity 8.4 for you, in which you will be looking at the practical example of how we can use if then else statements. So stay tuned, stay connected, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Bye bye.